What's up, Weisz guys? So here's the real truth. I kind of want to talk about my productivity system. Now, to be honest, right now I have to go and actually be productive because it is still finals week for me. The reason I even thought this at all, because of John Hill. He made a video about how he got this printer because he's printing off these to-do lists daily, and it reminded me of when I first made the productivity sheet to try to improve my schedule. There were like three big phases of my life when it came to me figuring out how to be productive for myself. All through high school, I used a planner. For a while, I used the school planner that they distributed. So my mom made for me basically a custom planner that she drafted up. And it had all my school subjects in it, and that was the first thing that I really did. But there were problems with that. Like, over the summer, I never got anything done. Like, I wanted to work on this YouTube channel, but I couldn't find ways to post videos or keep track of things because I didn't keep a schedule in the summer. And Google Calendar wasn't a good solution because you can't schedule things when you don't know when they're gonna happen. Part of the reason that I spent so much time trying to figure out a good way for me to be productive is because I have ADHD. For me, finding a way to be productive is so much more than just being able to do things. It was to the point of I needed to come up with something that would let me stay accountable. Basically, I was feeling bad, right? I would end days feeling not very good about what I had done that day, right? Feeling like I didn't get anything done. Why is that? I'm happier when I get things done, right? When I post videos, that makes me happy because I know I'm achieving something. So I needed something basic that would keep track of the things that I needed to get done and also help me write down things that I wanted to do and group these things into categories. And I also wanted to know where I was wasting time, where the time was going in my day that wasn't helping me achieve the things I wanted to achieve. And so out of that came the productivity sheet. I don't know what to use as a transition, so let's go with this. All right, so we're here this is where I spend a lot of my time. This is the sculpture shop. I printed off a couple of these old productivity sheets because I wanted to show you what kind of they are. It kind of makes sense. Basically what I did is I made a set of rules. It was less about the sheet itself and more about the rules and making a system for myself to understand what I need to be productive. I will provide links to these sheets to print down in the description if you want to try it for your own productivity, but this is just what worked for me, and part of what worked for me was making something myself. So I encourage you guys to try that as well. Back to the point, what I want to get done, then figure out whether the things that I want to do are worth doing, and then get it done and figure out how I feel and whether those things were really worth doing or not. And the way I set that up was I need to figure out how much free time I had the next day, and then list completely without any barrier all of the stuff that I wanted to get done. Even if I don't have enough time tomorrow, I can still write down build rocket ship. Even though I know that's gonna take me much more time to do, writing it down keeps it in my mind and keeps me seeing it. Second part here, designed to foolproof the system. I basically came up with these rules where good tasks create a product. And that doesn't necessarily just mean physical product. Tasks come in a lot of shapes and sizes. So video editing, right, obviously creates a video. If I wanted to apply this to school, something more abstract like studying, right, it was more about setting a studying goal of some kind. It's a little bit trickier to grasp, but that's what made it effective. It's really thinking about why you're doing things and understanding that made me more willing to actually put the time in to really do them correctly. And that kind of ties into this second thing, right? Which is, are the selected tasks important or pertinent? A lot of times I would waste time doing things that could be done later or didn't need as much time as I set out for them, and that would throw my whole day out of whack. Or I would put down tasks that didn't really need to happen but seemed nice or just fun, you know? And while those things are definitely good, sometimes it's important to do something just because you love doing it. But sometimes it's important to say, you know what? I could do that, but I'd rather dedicate a day to see movies and hang out with friends, right? Rather than eating away at little chunks of my productive day when I should really be doing something else, right? Are these tasks actually fun, or are they just avoidance from the other stuff I want to do? And then the next step was to turn that into a list. Now, this box is a little bit tiny. And later, I updated it to this, right? And you'll see that a key step on both of these, though, is adding these things to the calendar so that I actually get things done and have something concrete to remind me to do them. Ultimately, the goal of the productivity sheet was to figure out what I was doing wrong, why I wasn't happy, and why I wasn't being productive. And I figured that out. Part of the way I did that is with these reflection questions, which seem dumb. And I know that in school I've always hated reflection questions, but hear me out. The point of these was to say, did you get everything done? If you didn't, what did you get done? And where did you lose time? If I had a super productive day where I just didn't get everything done, but I was doing stuff the whole time, that's still a good day. It's not just about did you get stuff done, it's do you end the day feeling good and satisfied? And if you don't, why? And what can you do tomorrow to change that? Right? No longer did I have to be frustrated by, dang it, I didn't get anything done. I'm such a wreck, I'm such a mess. Right? The productivity sheet allowed me to set goals for myself, and if I didn't meet those goals, it held me accountable and made me think about it, but at the same time, it said, you know what, it's okay, we all screw up. We all make mistakes. What matters is that you're addressing them and you're trying to get better. And that's what the productivity sheet did. And it was the most productive summer I ever had. I got more done that summer than I did any other summer in terms of my YouTube channel. But I have a new system now. Now I use a bullet journal. And you can look up the bullet journal online. Personally, I love it. But one of the things that I feel like my bullet journal has been missing are these questions about, does what I'm making have value? And am I being effective? And while I think that I'm not really wasting time, while I think that I'm definitely being effective with my time, I think that I'm gonna add that as 2 pages to my bullet journal. Just as a, when you're writing a list, think about these things. Why are you writing down what you're writing down? Is it worth writing down? Why is it worth it? Anyway, if you like this video, let me know, slap a like on it, and if you have a suggestion for future videos, I'm gonna try and get a lot done this summer, so leave a suggestion down below, even if it's just 1 word, and I will try to make a video based upon it. Get it? Do you wanna, are you trying to be in it?
No.
Hello?
No, I was just trying to distract you.
Alright, I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.